Hi, I'm dgerard and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, OpenAI writes down a big number, and bits of it might even be real. OpenAI is a company for turning actual dollars into heat and e-waste as fast as possible. That takes money. So much money. In OpenAI's latest funding round, the big number they wrote down is $110 billion of new funds. That's $30 billion from SoftBank, $30 billion from NVIDIA, and $50 billion from Amazon. Malik went digging through SEC filings to see how much of this money existed. $0 have moved yet. And, the dollars are not real until they move. Look at that $100 billion NVIDIA not a deal that evaporated in early February. I love SEC filings because you're not allowed to lie in them. Amazon's putting in $15 billion to start with, and the other $35 billion depends on conditions. From Amazon's SEC 8K filing, quote, 1. OpenAI meeting specified milestones, and 2. OpenAI directly or indirectly consummating an initial public offering or direct listing of equity securities in the United States. Unquote. The specified milestones aren't listed. The information spoke to some guys, and is pretty sure one condition is achieving artificial general intelligence. Quite a condition. Quote, the other $35 billion could hinge on OpenAI reaching AGI or going public, the people said. Unquote. Awesome. SoftBank's $30 billion is in 3 tranches, $10 billion in each of April, July, and October this year. This won't be SoftBank's own money. They're borrowing it. They had a hard time borrowing this much for the previous $40 billion round, so they'll need some salesmanship. NVIDIA hasn't put in any money as yet or signed anything binding. There's been nothing new in SEC filings since their Form 10K annual report, which says, quote, we are finalizing an investment and partnership agreement with OpenAI. There is no assurance that we will enter into an investment and partnership agreement with OpenAI or that a transaction will be completed. Unquote. So that's $25 billion of actual money to OpenAI as yet, if we count SoftBank in April. That's a huge pile of money, let's be clear, but it's not quite the headline number. OpenAI also expects other smaller investors to put some money in. From Bloomberg, quote, OpenAI expects to bring in roughly another $10 billion from venture capital firms and sovereign wealth funds as the round progresses. Unquote. Microsoft is not in this funding round so far. From the information and their couple of guys, quote, Microsoft had been expected to invest low billions of dollars, the information previously reported, but it could invest a smaller amount or none at all, according to 2 of the people. Unquote. There's also a certain circular nature to these deals because, of course, there is. OpenAI will use 2 gigawatts of Amazon Trainium chips. This will cost an unspecified number of billions of dollars. OpenAI will do AI models for Amazon. OpenAI will use 5 gigawatts of NVIDIA's Vera Rubin chips. Again, they don't list a price tag for all of this. OpenAI is going to try for an initial public offering in the 4th quarter of 2026, so all rumour has it. This present deal gives OpenAI an imaginary valuation of $730 billion. I'm not sure there's enough money in the market to sell all of that as stock. Maybe they can make an offering of some of it. So what does all of this mean? Well, OpenAI is still utterly unsustainable as a business. It burns $3 to $5 for every dollar it takes in. it is scrambling for revenue lately. But when you lose money on every transaction, you're not actually going to make it up in volume. There's rumours Anthropic wants to go public as well. Nothing at all definite yet. I suspect whoever goes first will do better, because the same people who'd be the big backers for an initial public offering of either are the investors both companies have already been hitting up for cash. Perhaps OpenAI or Anthropic can look essential to the US government, like I said yesterday, that they were both trying for. Bailouts are peak capitalism. Mix this in with the economy already being sort of screwed and the electronics apocalypse that's just starting to bite. I predict neither OpenAI nor Anthropic can make it out of this alive. They might have another year or more. They might be able to soak the public investors before they die. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. I'd like to thank the lovely Pivot viewer who hit the Amazon wishlist in the show notes and got me a nice little Elgato teleprompter. Still setting that up. Also, I'm after suggestions for useful things to add to the wishlist to help the YouTube and the podcast. Please comment or email. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a nice review in your podcast app, and don't forget, on the way out, drop your $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes. Thank you all. I will see you tomorrow, and bye for now.